Monday morning. So, um, so a lot of people get mixed up with, okay, well, the watch list comes out the night before, and then you have the pre-market levels. So because there's this gap, it's relatively easy just to take the pre-market level and the pre-market high and low, especially when there's a gap down. So don't make it hard on yourself or stress yourself out. It's like, okay, I'm looking at the levels the night before. Everyone wants the watch list the night before, and then you wake up with a gap down, and and so now it's like, well, now what do I do? And the easiest way to just handle that is to take the pre-market levels and those trigger levels, still end up working, but if there's a gap down, then the lower of the low, right, is going to most likely be the pre-market low.
Right.
So some people get confused with that. I just thought I'd go over that while I'm putting in my levels as well. Six.
Good morning, everyone. Looks like our audience is starting to grow. Bob, I haven't noticed you before. Welcome. That doesn't mean you haven't been on. My attention span is not always great.
Funny guy.
Please put questions. No, let me start again. Please put comments about things that are not specifically for Sandy in the Market Talk channel. And then if you have questions specifically for Sandy, they need to go in the Ask Sandy channel. And Wyatt just upgraded a minute ago. So, but I don't see Wyatt's on here. So maybe he or she will join us.
Sounds good. It looks like we have FOMC on Wednesday, and it's going to be one of those weeks. We had a massive sell off last week, biggest 2 day sell off I read since March of 2020. FOMC on Wednesday and triple witching on Friday.
And they got down this morning.
Yeah, and a gap down this morning. And so if we're looking for volatility, and as option traders, we like that because if we're going to buy calls and puts, we want a super strong push in one direction or another. So
up in the pre-market. The CCI is green. Interesting way to start the day.
The CCI is green where? On the ES?
On Tesla.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, it's showing that it's trending.
Indeed. Indeed it is. So it looks like it hit its pre-market low and is kind of just staying kind of up in its range here. And I love that our label kind of shows what the range is, right? So we can kind of see where pre-market is. Now on a stock like Tesla, you can definitely utilize the mid-level as a breakout zone because of the wide nature of Tesla's move here. So just something to take in consideration.
Good morning, Chris. Trader Chris has joined us.
Good morning, good morning. Is Chris looking at anything good today?
I don't know. He'll tell us in a minute. Chris, I noticed your mic is muted, so I guess that means you can talk. So,
Yeah, I
Oh,
think,
good morning. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Well, good morning to Sandy and Jay and everyone that's on.
You looking at anything good today? Get your eye on anything?
I'm looking at the VIX, see how far it'll go.
Yeah, where is my VIX label?
I bought at 32.50 on Friday, and I think it's right there right now. I don't know if it's going to keep going or if it's going to settle down for the open. I am keeping my eye on the oil markets because we have that XOP playing. I'm not sure why all the oil stocks are rolling over. I guess it's just their time to take a break.
Yeah, it kind of seems like, no one's left behind when the market gaps down like that. Plus,
Right.
we broke that major support level. 380 was major support. Where are we at right now here? Oh, well, we haven't broken. Yeah, we have. We're right at 380. Isn't that amazing? So I say, well, 380 is a support level. So it looks like we got to 379.81. I mean, it broke it by 20 cents. But the fact that it did, I'm sure, rocked some people.
Then I started looking at some weekly charts to see if there's anything that's breaking out, even though we're gapping down. But a reversal play would be something that's breaking out that's been going down for some time. So I'm looking to see if there's anything that's starting to actually move higher. And crowd actually plays into that. If you look on a weekly on crowd, you'll see that it had been going down. And last week it started turning up. Typically with that, it's showing that there are buyers coming in.
Yeah, the momentum has risen. Did they have a good earnings? Is that the deal? Yeah, they had a better than expected earnings.
Right. So it's a strategy I've been looking at. I haven't put any money on it yet, but you look to see stocks that are coming down, and the first week that it closes to reverse the previous 3 weeks, then that's a signal to kind of go long on a reversal.
And this is on a weekly chart?
Weekly chart. Look to see if the last week is higher than the previous,
Mm-hmm.
and if there's good volume there. The volume is not above normal, so it's not quite there yet.
Yeah, and typically speaking, this season right now is like not known for a lot of volume, which is interesting. Let me stick that on my chart.
I had a coin butterfly thinking we would gap down. Even coin has gone beyond what I expected it to move. It's gone almost, all my strikes are in the money right now. It's a put butterfly.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that you ended up getting a put butterfly? That doesn't sound like you.
I did.
That's funny. Okay. Well, yeah, looks like but I get so biased when we have a, well, we'll have to see if this is a gap and go or a gap and crap. So could be a gap and crap, and we make some room here.
So Sandy, do you think we'll start to head higher, or we'll pile on at the open?
I don't know. I kind of feel like we might pile on at the open, but when there's a gap, what is it? 90, 85, 90% of the time, they end up filling.
So we had the big swoosh down on Friday plus this move. So that's two rather large moves within 24 hours,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that there was no pick me up there at the end of the day on Friday. Nobody was getting out of their positions to really make a jump. Or did we? Did we have a little bit of a push on Friday? I don't think so.
No,
No,
So there's got to be some profit taking here. We just got to keep an eye out on when that might be. So the ES is down, wow, 97. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, this right here is like very, very important support. So this will be interesting to see what happens this morning. I think if we break the 380 level, that's gonna cause some real negativity in the market. I guess we will soon find out. Should be an interesting ride, nonetheless.
you have any other butterflies that are in the green, Chris? Sandy, what do you think's going to happen with Amazon here?
I was just looking at it. I mean, it is. Well, I think if it breaks that pre-market low, we're going lower.
I'm kind of expecting that out of almost everything.
Yeah, I know it's hard not to have a bias. It's like, okay, don't have a bias, but we're gap down 100, excuse me, yeah, 100 points on the ES in the morning. It's like, and that's okay as long as we get on the right side of it.
Uh-huh.
Sandy, we missed our opportunity to put that hedge play on that we talked about.
I know, right? I was thinking about that.
Oh gosh, I thought we had more time.
I did too. Actually, yeah, because we talked about it on Thursday. We didn't end up doing it on Friday. And here we go. Let's see what we got going. I must have an old alert on from Microsoft. You would think more alerts would have gone off, but sometimes that gap down, it misses your alert. All right, let's see what this 5 minutes got. We got negative 1,400 ticks right up here. Our trend is actually, wow, at 2.5, which means that, you know, we are oversold. Um, that's why it's green, letting you know it's oversold, that there could be a snapback here.
My only green is USG, and that's because energy, they're shipping a lot of natural gas to Europe.
You said USG or oh UNG, huh?
Yeah, UNG. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it is green. Yeah, wow. That actually is a sight for sore eyes now, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm I'm using a trader Chris strategy on that. I bought some um, out in fact, I have October calls, but using those, and then I can sell against them in the event they drop.
Nice. You're going to be a proficient in calendar spreads here.
I need to be proficient in something.
All right, so let's see what we got. Getting into the 3 minute zone here, and
I just saw a 1 minute headline that crypto Bitcoin has dropped to its 2020 numbers.
wow.
That should, we might have some margin calls on that. That should make some people nervous. And Tesla is getting ready to hit the pre-market.
So it looks like SPY is definitely in an upward. People are taking a little bit of profit here. Which you should expect. I just don't know how long that's going to last. You looking, are you trading Tesla above the mid?
No, I'm not until it gets 9:35, and I'm gonna make I'm gonna make it work today. If it's not gonna make me money, I'm not getting in it today. And
Yeah, don't you think it's hilarious how it touches its mid morning, the pre market mid, and reverses back down?
yeah,
Hence the padding. Always good to pad if you're going to be automating your trades, if you're at work. And what else do we have here? Cues. Gosh, I have no alarms going off, which is so interesting right now.
nobody's asking Sandy any questions today.
Everyone's trying to wake up early Monday morning.
Please put it in the Ask Sandy if it's not related to her specifically. And Top Notch just put something in Market Talk that said Bank of America sees credit in great shape and does not expect a recession. So I'm wondering if you should treat that like Jim Cramer, if you do the opposite of whatever is going on.
Oh boy. So what do we got here? Still negative selling, 1200, but we got green candles. So interesting.
This is
Say that again, Chris?
VIX is creeping up just a tad.
Yes, it is.
Wyatt, glad you're on. I noticed that you upgraded this morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Wyatt.
Justin is back on vacation. So Chris, the hedge that we did on the thigh butterfly, it looks like it's still a little bit under.
I'm showing like $50 down, 20%.
Hmm. Hold on for just a second. I'm checking something out. Hmm. Hmm.
Is anyone in the trade this morning that they'd like to tell us about? Looks like the XOM has gone below the minus 100 and it's starting to get lower.
Man,
And
this
as
is
well
like
as
it's not
direct
even
supply.
moving. Huh? Trying to figure out if my computer is it glitchy, or I'm trying to look at another computer to see are my charts okay here? I see. Okay, everything's there. Still, 1,300 ticks.
Tesla seems to be going down now. With 1,400.
Say that again, Jay.
Tesla is dropping.
One of our members is texting me about managing a position. If you're in Discord, if you can type out your position in the Ask Sandy, we can go through that right now. So let's see. Tesla is, let's see, 691. Tesla right now is just passing its pre-market low. We're still at negative 1,200 ticks. Boy, it's amazing that. Do you guys notice, like, is it just my candle on my thing? But boy, it's just like such a like a little baby candle.
Mhm.
Is that like on yours, Jay?
It is.
Jeez. That's a little better. So you can see it's just flirting with that pre-market low. I'd really like it to, if I want to take a short here, I want that full body to pass through that candle aggressively. I don't like it when the candle is barely moving. We have a negative 1,000 ticks, and yet, you know, it's like the volume's just not there. Weird. That looks better on a 5 minute. Let's wait for that 5 minute candle to close. Could do a number of things here. I mean, you could just get a put, but Tesla is a little, can be a little bit expensive, and could do a debit spread as well. Put debit spread. Chris, you taking any put plays today? You're waiting for a reversal, aren't you?
Yeah. It's just trying to break out from, yep, it's about the pre-market high.
Yeah, you can see it's got the Bulls and the Bears fighting this one out right now. What else we got? That one just seems a little slow for me. Come on. So it's like we gapped down, we opened, and we're just hanging, huh?
Guys, if there's a chart you want Sandy to look at and discuss while we're kind of standing by the water cooler waiting for some,
Something happened. We're just trading in our ranges right now, our pre-market ranges.
it seems like XOM has broken through its pre-market, but I'm still not,
You're not getting in?
well, I'm not convinced that it's not going to turn around yet.
It did break its pre-market low. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
So we're at support. If you were playing support and resistance, this would be a good time to buy. But I don't think it's one of those support and resistance days. This might be breakout of breakdown below support.
Sandy, could you pull up coin?
Yeah.
So, this used to trade very closely with Bitcoin, and now it seems to trade a little bit in reverse. So it sold off pretty heavy, and now it's coming back up.
Mm-hmm. So that hit support and is now up. Its resistance is at 60.25, so it has room to go. Power lines 54. That's still $3 above.
So I played a butterfly down from, it was in the 60s, did the 51, 55, 59. All of my strikes here in the money. This is so I needed to come back up to 55.
Oh, I think it may do that. I don't like those long wicks. like this. That's for those of you that don't know, those long wicks are, telling that the bulls want it to go higher, but there's a number of decent bears that are not letting it. And so that's the fight. That when you see that candle, you could see, oh, the bulls really want it, and they couldn't get it. This next candle looks nice, but didn't break above that one. And this one's trying. So you can actually see the bull and the bear fight going on right within that 5-minute candle. And we'll see if that one looks like, it went to, it had a pivot low here that it broke down from. And now that pivot low is actually acting as resistance. And it looks like, for this to go higher, it really needs to break that 5112 level. And I think when it does, you're going to get close to that 55. That's what you're waiting for, huh? I'm going to set an alarm here, an alert. So everything is just in a range right now, huh? So we gapped down, we opened. IWM is trading below its range. XLE. So BABA below its range. Walmart. Walmart and Pepsi. Walmart and Pepsi was up on Friday just by cents, but clearly defensive. Google's up. McDonald's. Not by a whole bunch. Take a look at this one. So what ends up happening is when you have a gap down, it's like all the action took place in the middle of the night. And so now we're open and we have all these negative ticks, but like nothing's flushing. So, when you sit here and you're just staring at price action, you don't even look at the candles. Here, I thought something was wrong with my chart for how the candles are moving. If you just stare at price action, you can see that we're just not moving very much. And so because of that, that's not a good trading environment, and especially for options.
Um, Freedom asked if you could look at AMD.
Sure.
Because she doesn't see any upper power line.
So it has not broken out of its pre-market levels. And so you can see that its range is from pre-market mid, around that 92 level, to that 89, 94, thereabouts, 95. So a little range there, but it's just trading within its range. So typically speaking, when something is trading within its range, we don't want to get into it unless it breaks out or breaks down. So the market is getting a little weaker here. We still have negative 1,000 ticks continuing. CCI is now below zero on a 5-minute. And you have support here at 89.95. So you could wait and see if it breaks down below that level or if it is going to turn around and use that as support. But wow, gosh dang it. I really would like some action, Jackson. Hmm. This type of action just lets me think that if you're interested in a play as an example for AMD on a put side, instead of buying a put, it would be better for you probably to get like a put credit spread or sell a sell a call uh, sell a call spread or get or buy a debit put spread. Just because of this type of price action it doesn't lend itself to be a perfect catalyst for calls and puts. But this candle's looking nice here. Ah, for those of you who know how I really like fast movements, and I just kills me when I'm watching this. Let's put it on a 1 minute chart and see if it looks more exciting. Looks better. XOM's breaking down. Jay.
I see that.
So were you thinking that was going to be support?
I was.
Because that's been your typical play, right? You're playing the support.
I have been. Yeah.
Oh, as soon as I say it, then the CCI just jumped up just a little bit.
That's almost everything that I've been doing here.
What's that?
Well, everything I'm watching, I'm thinking it's going to break through, and it really doesn't.
Well, if we're going to have a reversal, we should definitely see it.
Say that again, Chris.
If we're going to get that reversal, we should start seeing it around 10:30, right?
Yeah.
And the equities haven't really moved a lot since the open, so we might get that reversal.
Yeah. I mean, still a lot of selling, but you're right. The equities it's weird. Just you can see the selling, you can see the VIX, and yet nothing's really flushing.
One thing that's really puzzling is that Friday, when the market was tanking, gold was going up,
Mm-hmm.
and today gold is going down with the market.
Mm.
And gold seems to be up trend.
What are you mumbling about, Chris?
No, I was saying like gold is almost untradeable. It doesn't trade like as in the past.
Right.
I stopped even following gold. So Sandy, would it be would you expect there to be trade flow cards coming through that would indicate what might happen there.
Yeah, let's
Trading
take a
is
look. Great idea. Let's take a look at that. No questions, huh? Everyone's just trying to wake up, trying to look for a play here.
Wyatt's asking me a question, and I'm just trying to clarify before I go further.
So let's see if we take a look at order flow right now. Let's see what the market. Hmm. Actually, you know the calls and the puts. Not going to post this uh, in our member or in our Ask Sandy so you guys could see this. As we take a look at order flow, and you can see that the puts are outweighing here the calls, but price is really below everything. So typically speaking, I think it is interesting to see how where price is. So we might get that little bounce. Where else is? Let me see what other kind of flow is coming through. Well, got a flow for silver. XLE, Oxy. I got negative flow for that. SPY negative flow. CVE. What is CVE?
Zanzibar is waiting on some SPY puts to turn green, I think.
Interesting. Got a Neo with a call. That's interesting. Okay. Somebody's got a BABA 120 strike for October. What's that look like? I do like to play BABA. What is this here, BABA? 1021, 120 strike. Really? What is that? Hail Mary? No. Hmm.
Amazon is flirting with the pre-market SPY.
Oh, good. Let's see.
Maybe they are leading the.
That actually looks positive right now for Amazon.
Uh-huh.
So I have an alert set at, what is that, 106? My original trigger for that was 110, but pre-market high is at 108 now.
If it breaks through the 108, you expect it to go to the 110, or it should.
I think if it, right now this pivot low, it broke the pivot low, and so that's acting as resistance. This 106.55 area, so 106.50. So if it breaks above that, I could easily see this moving up to the 108, and then that'll be the next resistance point. And I'm not sure, how much oomph we're going to have as the market looks like people are trying to buy here. And you could see that our wicks for our ticks for, the negative $1,400 selling, etc., is calmed down. So who is that with the Tesla play? Wanted some help with management here. I have a
They didn't come into the Ask Sandy. Oh, here it is. Sandy, Tech Mario says, I'd like your input on fixing a 795 to 790 put credit spread on Tesla that expires this week.
yeah.
With Tesla trading well below 700 this morning, I don't expect much of a recovery this week.
Yeah, I would agree with you. So I would roll that out. You could roll that out for another week or two. Now, so you originally got a credit for this. So see if you can roll it out another week or two to get another credit. Or you can just close the position, take your loss. How bad was it? Was this an at the money type of put credit spread? Or was this a lower delta with a higher risk level? Oh, it's expensive to attempt a vertical roll, so I doubt that's worth exploring. That's my question on the Discord channel. Wasn't sure. To post here. That's fine. So, hey, look, if it's too expensive to roll this out, are they charging you a debit or are they? By the way, Jay, is Mario? Is he a subscriber? Can he hear me or is he?
That's what he's not. He's not on our. No, he's not watching us live here.
Hmm. Hmm. It's PJ. Okay. So we're still here, kind of just floating, right? Does anybody have any questions, like why we haven't done anything yet? we're just we're just sitting here waiting. Um, and I don't even have Haikanashi candles on right now. This is look at those wicks, like. Hmm. For Amazon, that 106.50, we're waiting for that. You could see that our labels right now are gray, meaning that we have not broken out of any pre-market levels.
Except for Tesla, no, I'm sorry, not on pre-market lows, I guess, but it is still trending down.
So let's see, Apple. Oh, Apple actually looked pretty good here. What happened here? That's interesting. Very. It's still trading within its range. So we're looking for it to basically break out of its pre-market level of 135.98 or 132.53 at this point. So um, you could have played that, or you could have played the 5-minute orb, which was identify the top portion of your 5-minute candle on your chart. And once you've identified your upper area and your lower area, then when a price breaks that area, you get into, in this case, it would have been a call right here and or a call a call debit spread, and you can see why, because it's just like chop, chop, chop. So that's where we're at right now. And of course, your exit would be that area that you actually entered would be your exit for a 5 minute orb. And remember, when the market is, when when it's choppy like this, it's not conducive to trading until we actually get some volume and or flush in the market. And I could see, if price falls back and touches this area right here and then doesn't break this area, I could see that as a nice continuation. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime quickly. It seems very, very slow. The market does. Let me check one thing here. I would agree with you, Sachs Tracy. Apple does look stronger than any of the tech stocks. However, uh, it is a market moving stock as well. So if it's going to make a difference, we should see our SPY changing, and SPY looks terrible. Q's down $8. The Dow $6 and IWM $6. And most of that action is happening overnight. So we didn't get to take advantage of that move at all. So here comes Apple to retest this area. And you can see this is pre-market low right here. You could see how price is just a magnet towards pre-market low. And though it's broken it, it's just hanging around. You could see that pre-market low is located where that trend line, that down sloping vertical trend line is. So it really needs to break below that to go any farther. Or, this is now acting as support. We've stayed kind of in this area here for the last 10 minutes. So this may end up getting some energy and moving upward.
Just one quick thing on Apple. I looked. There's been 2,500 in volume and 130 puts this morning. So it might bring some pressure.
For further downside on Apple?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's see what we got for our flow here. Oh, that's interesting. Is that today? Yeah, at 6:30 today, Apple got some big orders, 600,000 for 140 strike for January of 2024. Interesting. I wonder if that could have helped its profile this morning. And coins got some puts. Not a huge order, 350,000. Amazon with some calls, over $1 million, almost $1.5 million for Amazon. 110 strike for June as well as for January.
I think that Chris, he's working on a new butterfly.
Is he working on an Amazon butterfly or a coin?
Sounds like it was $1 million.
Are you taking a look at the flow right now?
No, I just said, Chris is the only one I know who does $1 million trades.
Yeah, for 50 bucks.
Or Richie.
Yeah,
That's
Richie. Oh, that looks like a big candle. Let's see what's going on there as I'm looking at flow. All right, SPY is breaking down. So SPY is breaking down below our levels. 383. Sure is. Let's see here.
That's what keeps making lower lows.
Yeah, if my computer wasn't so slow, I'd get in already. So we are right now at mid-morning reversal time. So are we going to have a mid-morning reversal or are we going to continue with this? Knowing that we are a little choppy.
Well, the SPY and Tesla do not show chop.
Oh, is Tesla going down now as well?
It is.
Okay. Oh boy, those puts are expensive.
Yeah. It means you just buy fewer.
Boy, it looks like I get into it and it looks like the candle just froze. Come on, keep on going. Let's see. Let's take a look at Tesla. What's going on with Tesla? Oh. Tesla, I might take a credit spread. It's right at support right here at 378. Or shoot, what am I looking at here? Tesla. Chris, you still trying to do your reversal?
No, not right now. I want to see if we're going to get the flush.
Yeah. So Tesla right now, you can see this vertical trend line right here. That's like major support. So if it breaks that, that will be a continuation to the downside. And we are right at mid-morning reversal. So I'm gonna.
Makes it back up to 32.94.
I'm up 2% on my SPY puts, just to show you how slow. But that's okay. I'm waiting for Tesla to break that level. And it knows, the market knows that this is an important level, and so you could see how, you know, RSI is already at 21 on a 5 minute. So now our trend is at 3. So I have to tell you, typically when trend is at 3, that usually is kind of a snapback time. So that's why the put call is green and the trend is green, letting you know that we are in big oversold territory. So we are in oversold territory here.
So, Sandy, given those numbers, what would you look at first and seeing which way it's breaking? Would you look at the fuse or the SPY?
For what are you referring to? I'm sorry.
You're saying that we're in oversold,
Yeah.
the trade is going green, the call's going green. So what would you look at to see which way this thing is going to break out? Is it the ES or the SPY?
Yeah, I usually take whether it's SPX or SPY, I'm usually looking at that, and then I'm also comparing it with the Qs. And if they both go in the same direction, then that typically lets you know where price is headed. But they typically have to move in unison.
Which is climbing.
You see how it breaks it through the wick and stays on top of it. Oh, good. My SPY puts are at 7% profit. That's good. Getting there. I'm waiting for this guy, but that looks like it's underneath, but it sure is hanging around. Like to see a more forceful, assertive down pressure. But you could see how when we were talking about this, RSI was at 20, and now RSI is at 24. So it's, that support level may be holding for Tesla right now. So let's see here. And as I say that, SPY looks like it's got some support. And knowing that we are talking about a reversal here, I'm going to take my profit off of SPY right now.
Tesla.
No, I just got out of, I took my profit out of SPY. Did you?
So I just stopped out of Tesla.
Oh, did you end up buying puts on Tesla?
I did, yeah. But I was up about 6%, not enough to talk about. And I already have a trailing stop set on SPY. So
Yeah, looks like the market is gaining a little bit of support right here in this area. You can just tell based, by the way, if you're looking at your RSI, you can see it kind of rising, and so that kind of helps us when our candles are barely moving. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
what else are you watching, Chris?
I'm looking at the SPY if I want to try and play the reversal.
I think I have my stop set so that when it reaches that the 100 line, it stops out. Instead of being machine, I still let my gut lead me here, and maybe I got out of Tesla too early, but I was out and it was a little bit green. So I got in earlier, and if I'd have stayed in, I would have been very green, but it looked like it was trending back.
Sandy got out of her SPY put a little too soon.
Still,
Hey, that happens, but I don't. I took a little bit of profit, so I'm okay. I can get back in.
I set a trail stop, and I'm just waiting to see what happens now.
Good for you.
Yeah, things look like it's going down
Yep.
further.
Get some negative 1100 ticks again. So let's see here. How's Tesla doing?
I just told Chris I think I got out too early, but
Yeah, look at how long it took to break that,
I know.
right?
My
So
SPY is at 11% now.
good. Did that member ever get back to us about his Tesla play? By the way,
Let me go back because I asked. Let me find out here. Oh, sorry, I thought I had that on vibration. He said he can see my message, but
oh, he said he can see our messages in the Ask Sandy, so he must not be a member. He's actually texting me right now.
oh, okay,
I mean, he's a member. He's just not a subscriber. I understand.
got it. Okay. Amazon looks like it's starting to break down.
1,000 ticks. Yeah, what's our level on Amazon was 109. Is our members in any plays right now? Anybody playing anything out there?
But that's not really a response here. Any other charts anybody would like to have someone look at? Or we have a good sized audience today, but it appears that
They're all quiet.
everybody's watching us watch the paint dry.
Well, I just got into some Amazon puts.
Well, I sold some calls.
That's right. You sold. You're doing a covered call
Right.
because you got some shares.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's so funny. Anybody remember that Kohl's? Did you get out of that
Yeah.
Kohl's?
Yes, I did.
I'm still
Yeah,
in it.
good.
I'm still in it, and thankfully it's recovered about a third of its position.
You're very green then.
Oh no, no, no. I'm that was that funny play that everybody thought it was going down and it just kept going up and up and up.
Right. Trade Monkey has question about the cube.
Mm-hmm.
Below the low trigger, is it time for a put?
Below what trigger?
The cues, I guess maybe it was the pre-market lows, or
Yeah, the trigger was the pre-market low. It did break that pre-market low. It's that is the trigger. Our CCI is below the zero line. If you're worried about your premium because this thing is moving so deathly slow, you could wait here. It looks like the RSI is rising, so it is trying to recover some support at this level. It may come up and touch the pre-market low again and then drop back down. So you could get a put debit spread if you were worried about your premium kind of being eaten away by how slow the market is actually moving. Or just make sure you get a put that's got some time on it. Since we're Monday right now, Friday is probably okay for an intraday trade. And here we go. You can see that, when the candles are this small, I often look at my RSI because that will help you to identify if it's actually moving up or down. So right now it's just kind of stagnant at 26, the level of 26. So we'll see if the Qs jump up here. I'm in the green with my Amazon puts. 4%. It's just taking it's taking a really long time. I like it when the market's like it's sprinting. We are in a slow marathon right here. So you could see that we were talking about the Qs just a second ago, and we're still at 26. By the way, Jay, how's the screen look? Is the quality okay?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Tesla has continued to drop after we got out.
Did I ever? I was looking at Tesla, but didn't get in. So Qs were at 26. We're now at 28. So though we can see that the candle's barely doing anything, it is this area is acting as support right here. Wouldn't be surprised if it just went up, tagged the 9 EMA here, and then reversed down. It is 7:30, so this is mid-morning reversal time if it gets any legs here. I don't think so, but we are completely oversold. Oh, Tesla's going the opposite way.
Yeah, now it is. Yeah.
So I guess we're glad we didn't get into that one.
Well, I could have made a little bit more before I got out, but and I think I'm going to be. Yep, I just stopped out of my SPY.
Yeah. Mid-morning reversal is here.
12%.
Good for you. So really all we need here, is a slight push, and things could reverse pretty quickly. As far as like a nice little, bump, so to speak. And let's see.
Bought back my Amazon.
We were looking at Qs, right, to get into,
Correct.
but we kind of held off because the RSI was rising. And so now you can see how that RSI can help you when you just don't have a lot to look at on your candle. You can take a look at your RSI and see that when we talked, I think it was at 26, and we're now at 36. Boy, it is like watching paint dry. Okay. So let's see here. So Tesla made it up, SPY, Qs, Amazon. Yeah, Chris.
I'm staying out.
You're staying out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel confident in the reversal. It'll
Oh,
reverse for a minute, then it'll turn back.
yeah, all these reversals need to get over on a short time frame here. Let's see if this SPY as an example could break the 9.
Sandy, ask, Trader Gold is asking if Amazon is reversing. If I stopped out of my calls that I had sold,
Yeah.
and I'm just telling Trader Gold this as well. But you know, I'm not buying any calls to to ride it up yet. So,
Yeah,
here's
yeah, we are in the mid-morning reversal, and if you have a trail stop of 10 or 12%, whatever your risk level is, should get you out. Or this could go right up to the pre-market low where the 9 EMA is and come right back down. Nothing can go down in a straight line, and so, you know, let's take a look here. Yeah, and you can see, Amazon, now that it's not like a super duper expensive stock, you could probably wait it till it goes to the 0, or you can, if it passes that 100 mark, you can get out of it. Whatever your exit strategy is at the time. We still got negative 900 ticks. RSI's at 32.
She's headed back up.
What is?
VIX.
33, 35. Yep, sure is. So here we got, unfortunately, a really, all the action happened in the middle of the night. We're just trying to get a little piece of it this morning.
Sandy.
Yep.
Have a minute to look at UNG, the gas again, and tell me what I see is that a 2888. That if it breaks through that, it has a chance of going lower.
Yeah, and if anybody else has some stocks that you want to take a look at, the charts, let's do it. So 2913, and it looks like, if it stays above that 2888, it's just fallen back into its channel.
Right.
You got a long on this?
No, I'm holding some October calls. I should have sold some calls against that. When that red arrow ticked,
Yeah.
and I could have picked up a little bit there. And I'm just curious now if it's either going to bounce or continue.
Yeah, you got it. It's either gonna bounce if it breaks this 29. 2908.
and it's doing that right now.
Yeah, if it breaks this level down here, then definitely going lower.
Uh-huh.
Whenever it breaks the pre-market low, definitely.
Let's see.
So did SKOOL stay in Amazon puts because they're back in the green?
I didn't. I'll find out. Um, Trade Monkey says, how do we treat the tick? Do we look at the direction of the tick rising or dropping, or do we look at a particular value?
Well, whenever we look at the VIX, anything over 20 is volatile.
The
And
tick,
oh, the tick?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because now that we have it on our dashboard,
Yeah, anything over 1,000. You see how we've been flirting with 1,000, 1,200, 1,400 negative. That's how you know that we are in a heavy selling mode. And if that didn't, that should be one of your identifiers, especially like on a normal day of trading, right? All of a sudden you see negative ticks, then you can really be prepared for a nice flush down and jump on board so that you could ride that ride. It's kind of an early indication for you to see what the entire stock market is doing all at once with one glance. And you can see that usually 1,000 ticks is considered an outlier. So we're now in the 1,400 range. That's quite a bit. SKOOL, I'm plus 10% on Amazon if you took that trade with me. Did you get stopped out?
let me find out. She's typing. Got out.
Did that little percentage that if you if you can look at the chart and you feel confident about what you're seeing, it will allow you to stay in so you don't get stopped out. So as we're looking at Amazon real quick, if I could just direct you towards the CCI. So you see how the CCI, like it never even crossed the 100. So if you're just playing your P&L, then you might be positioned too large. So if you're buying too many puts as an example, and any sort of movement then is causing your loss to rise and that's shaking you out, then think about just starting off with one put as an example, and then that will allow you, and or by the way, a put, a debit spread will allow you to stay in a trade so much more longer because it's hedged. And I have some videos in the strategy video section about credit spreads and debit spreads. And so if you want to know a little bit more about that, just contact me. But utilizing a tool to help you get out of a position, um, is great. The other thing too is that between you and me, I'm here not to make 10%. Like option traders, when we get into a trade, we're really wanting to take a strong ride, especially if we have a call or put, because you need a nice push for those to make money. So what we're doing is we're systematically getting into trades and getting out of trades based on our strategy. And in the hopes, right? In the hopes that we're going to be able to ride this so much longer and get way more premium out of it. So that allows you to do that if you can stay in your trade longer. And so because this is a slow day, sitting here, making 8% is no big deal, but you can't make 8% right now in a savings account at the bank. So it's funny that when we're trading options, we want like 100% profit, but You know, um, if you're able to take your 5, 6, 7, 8% and get out over and over and over time, that's great. Personally, me, I'm just using this strategy so that I can take it as long as possible because I really want to earn more than the 6% or the 10%. I'm trying to get to at least 20. But you could see, like, I'm in trades and it's really hard to get to 20. I'm like, oh, 5%, 7%, 5%, 7%. And that's unfortunate that the market is, that all the good stuff happened in the middle of the night. I wonder if Junie B got a piece of this action last night.
I was just thinking maybe she's really relaxing.
Is she sleeping right now? What's Junie B doing?
I would think so. I don't think she's on here. She is not.
Who was the screen name that asked the question about Tesla?
That was Tech Mario.
Okay. So I texted him back, but I'm not sure what happened to him. If you guys ever get into a position and you wake up the next morning and you're like, uh-oh, um, you know, I don't know how to manage my position. If you've attempted to roll it because you have a spread and it's too expensive to roll, your best option is just to close it out. You don't want to take on any more risk than you can handle.
Some things can't be fixed.
Yeah, some things can't be fixed. I mean, you have to be willing to, just like we talk about, holding on to a position. Uh, if you can't hold on to the position because you don't like to look at any type of loss accruing, then you probably should not be trading because nothing goes in a straight line. So you have to be willing to have a little bit of a give and take there. But really, we're here to limit our risk and take advantage of the opportunities that come our way. So being in this trade as an example is an opportunity because if it continues to break down, um, then I'll be able to profit from that. But if it reverses and it breaks my rules, then I'm going to exit the trade knowing that I systematically am working a system.
And now the SPY is trending lower again.
Yeah.
Guys, normally we take questions and answers
Yep.
now. So this is a good time. We're not going to um, spend a lot of time after 11 o'clock unless somebody has something to talk about. um, this is a chance to look at charts, ask questions, um, drop those in the Ask Sandy because I'm
So
not
we could
sure.
see on Amazon that RSI is kind of leveling itself out here at around 28%, 27, so it's actually going lower. We got negative 1,200 ticks. Boy, that thing is just, it is like watching paint dry. No one's got any chart requests?
Check.
On a 1 minute, looks like we had a little bit on a 1 minute. We had a little bit of a rise. Now we're maybe going a little lower here.
We have some people typing now.
Oh, great.
TangleWeb says Apple did a fib retracement. I think if it gets down to, TangleWeb says between 50% and 61.8. I think if it gets down to 125, 130, you're going to have a lot of people start to get back in it. That's why I really think the price that Amazon is at right at now is a, if I didn't own any, I would be buying some here.
Yeah, if you consider this wick right here, yeah, it did do a 50% retracement.
Yeah, can you refresh your screen one time for me?
I like how, yeah, I will do that right now. Thank you for that.
Yeah. All we can see is closed screen right now.
So yeah, looks like it did do a 50% retracement and is on its way back down. Very small moves though, not humongous, but. And I think Sachs Tracy got his 5%. He's done. I don't blame you, by the way. I don't blame you. I would love to take my 5% and go back to sleep because.
He's taking his paintbrushes and leaving, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Sachs, I'm at 3%. Yeah, you got to wonder, like, is it worth your time, people? It might be better to go enjoy the day sometimes. Or just set it and forget it, right? Automate your trade and put a trail stop on this puppy. And
Chris, Ron would like to know what you think about ENPH.
well, gosh, the last couple of weeks I've been just bummed that I didn't get into this. Do I have that right? Yeah, oh, it's ENPH, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, in phase energy. Yeah. So today it took a whooping, didn't it?
Boy, did it ever.
Everything's taken a whooping. So if you had puts on, looks like we're getting a little turnaround here. Let's see. Oh boy. Not too much. It's SPY's flirting with its EMA, just trying to cross it. It just doesn't have any strength, when you have that much selling. But you could see now the ticks are leveling off here. We're at a negative 500. On a 5 minute, SPY's RSI's at 24.25. So let's see if this moves any. Let's see.
Sandy, Jackie, can you briefly explain the other labels included with the tick label that I downloaded from the custom indicator?
Sure. So what we have here is, the tick label that basically is the total stock market NYC. They take all the buying and selling and subtract it, and then you have whatever's left. So right now we're at a negative 530 ticks. So there is still a majority selling. The trend in the P-call ratio, these are breadth indicators that are used to determine if a market is on the internals, if it's oversold or if it's overbought. When it's green like this, it's actually a kind of like a counter indicator. Um, I don't want to say counter indicator. It's more like it's trying to let you know that we're in an oversold level. So oversold that we may have a turnaround because we're that oversold. So, kind of gives you a heads up that, hey, we might be reversing. And so, as we talk about 25, 26, you could see now we're at 28, 29. And so we might get a little reversal here. It's kind of late for a mid morning reversal, but look at that. So, let me just take a look at Amazon real quick. I'm going to put a little trail stop on my Amazon. Yeah. Oftentimes I will talk and not pay attention to my positions, and that always gets me in trouble. So I'm going to put a trail stop on my position so that's all right. So now, what else do we have here? We have the VIX label. The VIX is a fear gauge. When it's over 20, we've been over 20 for a really long time now, several months. When it's over 20, it's letting you know that the volatility is high in the market. So when the volatility is high, that means we get swings, drastic, fast swings in both directions. And what else? We got the so those are those label. We have actually this label that is a buy and sell for your specific item. So as an example, we're on Amazon and we're on a 5-minute chart, and it's saying that 29 or 20% of the people right now are selling and 64% of the people are buying. And that's a real-time buy-sell indicator that's on, and you can use that while you're scalping, as well as looking at any stock on a larger time frame to see what people are doing with that. So that is basically those customized labels that are in our scripts area. And we also have the CCI that has a market breadth indicator to let you know the overall market. And that should do it. And of course, RSI, so you don't, you're keeping some real estate on your chart, is letting you know what the actual label is. So right now, Amazon's at 30, so it has gone up. So will it surpass the 0 on our CCI? Will it pass that EMA that's right above it? That would tell you that we're going to get some profit taking.
Well, thanks to everybody who's been with us for this hour and a half this morning. Since nobody has questions and answers, we're going to give Sandy a break. And Sandy, thank you again so much.
Oh, no problem.
For doing all this.
Glad to be here.
Trade Monkey says, how about market breadth?
Yeah, our market right now is the breadth is that it's weak because we have our market breadth indicator that says we have a weak market, and well, a lot of evidence of that. Does he have a specific question about that market breadth?
Let's see. And Jackie said that helps.
Oh, good, good. I'm so glad. I'm hoping that these indicators will save a lot of space on your charts and be able to kind of give you that overall snapshot without having to switch back to different items on your chart. We're right now practicing with the new CCI indicator that's on it's on the upper level here that I got posted. And I like it a lot. I like that there is a background to basically let you know whether we are positive or negative just by green or red. Just gives further confirmation of where we're at in the CCI. And since we use that primarily for our strategy to get in and to get out with profit, it has been very, very fun to play with this weekend.
We have a couple more questions here, and then we'll call it off.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some. We'll see how the market's doing. If we get a reversal, maybe we'll do some swing trades and send those out.
So Ron had asked about ENPH, and Chris says, I'm still holding. This is a play on the run up into earnings. Not getting the run up now with the sell off. Look to see buyers coming in when the sell off eases. If not, then close it. If buyers come in, we should be okay.
Which one was that for on Chris's plays?
ENPH, in-phase energy.
Okay. Did he just post something just now?
Yeah, he just answered that question that Ron asked.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then Trade Monkey says, if the market is weak, do we think it will drop in short term in the next few hours? And that's my crystal ball. It's not telling me anything.
Yeah, I think that unless we actually start seeing some indicators change, and this could continue to sell off. And so now, we've been sitting on Amazon while we've been just chatting, and it got to like 30, and now look, you see how it's back to 26. So that's why sometimes if you just have a trail stop on your position like I do, you can see it on the chart right here. I labeled it at the time, 10%. I'm willing to give myself 10% to wiggle around. And that's going to help me keep profits and limit my risk. So
it's going to help you enjoy your breakfast when you're not in front of the computer.
Exactly, so you're not tied to it. So if anybody's got any questions about automation or how to use those trail stops, whether it be Thinkorswim or TradingView, your platform's going to have these types of tools to enable you to get to a point where you can start automating stuff. So it'll give you peace of mind, as well as take the emotion out of like watching your profit and loss, right? If you watch your profit and loss, that's going to really kind of beat you up mentally, so you can't follow through with your decision making. And for us, our strategy is, well, we're going to stay in this play as long as it's underneath that zero line. And if you do that, in fact, we actually could have played that like right at the open here, right when it crossed the zero, the CCI, and get in. I may try that one day. We keep doing a watch list, and that would be fun. Try a different strategy and do that while we're doing it live.
Okay, thank you all very much. And we will be live again Wednesday morning. And I guess I'll be back around power hour just to just to see what's happening. But
Sounds good,
something else.
guys. Thanks, Jay, for everything. Thanks, Chris. Hope you have a great morning. And for all of you out there, if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. I'm always available to help you in your trading. So we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.